Yo, how's it going? So I want to talk about asking yourself deeper questions. So this is for the people that actually want to take accountability for themselves and are willing to look within for answers and not necessarily looking externally to fix all their problems. And so when we self-inquire and we go within, we ask ourselves questions, we're unraveling the mess that we've built, right? We're bringing awareness to our identity and, you know, certain conditionings and beliefs we've put inside of us. So, and when that conditioning is built up and beliefs, that's who we think we are, and we act out through those false beliefs and, you know, that conditioning. And this is for the people that want to start like unraveling that and living a life more in harmony and peace. So it's important to watch what your mind's saying and watch, you know, a lot of the times we play victim to our own circumstance or to our own emotions. It's like, I know this one's like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like this? You know, we ask, like, and we're a victim to it. It's like, God, why am I feeling this? Why me? Why are you putting me through this? Why do I have to feel this? And that question is just rooted in, it's a victim mentality, so it's not going to really bring you anywhere. Unless you go further with it, because a lot of the time the questions, it's not actually, that question, it's like unconscious and it's not actually rooted with awareness, so you're not actually going with that question. It's almost a statement, like, why do I feel like this? And there's no actual looking, right? But instead, like, if we see that and we change that question to, what is this showing me? Like, and that requires awareness and almost a broader perspective, because anything that we're going through or feeling, it's there for a reason. Like, it's not, there's something behind it, there's something we can learn from it. And that's true. There's always, because we're here to learn how to break free from falsity and conditioning that's been put into us, and like false beliefs that we're unworthy and that we're not good enough, and fear. We're here to break free of that. And every moment that we feel fear or shame or, you know, unworthy, that's an opportunity in itself to transcend it. So that question of, what is this showing me? Let's say you have a feeling of, like, you know, like you're not good enough or something. Ask that question, what is this showing me? Like, and go within, and it requires you to face those feelings and have a broader perspective, and not just be so overly identified with those feelings and just seeing them as you and your experience. It requires you to have a broader perspective and ask that question, like, what is this showing me? Like, why am I feeling like this? But not in a way of victim mentality, it's a way of like, you're not a victim to it, you're actually using it as inspiration to, like, better yourself. Like, you're seeing where you're stuck, and that's what it's showing you, right? It's showing you where you're stuck and where you're limiting yourself, where you're playing it small. So it's an opportunity to break free of that and not play small anymore. So, but it requires taking accountability for your emotions and taking inventory of your thoughts and your emotion and what's going on, and choosing to open up to what our feelings are actually showing to us. And that requires a lot, because we're so closed off in this day and age. Like, it's so easy to just like deny that part of ourselves, those emotions that feel, those really, like, I know what it's like. Those really, like, you just don't want to face certain things, right? But in order for you to live a more joyous experience, an experience with more light in your life, you have to take accountability for your emotions, and the dense ones, and all the full range of it. You have to be able to have the courage to face those things within you that you don't want to face. Otherwise, they're just going to keep playing in your life in the background, and you'll just keep repressing them, and they just build up. So, like, you have to bring awareness to things. And it's so easy to play victim, like, why is my life so, like, why is life so hard? Why is, why are you making me feel these things? Why do I feel so shit? Like, why, And that doesn't lead anywhere. Like, it doesn't lead anywhere. Where is that leading you? Is that leading you into freeing yourself? Or is that leading you into giving more power to those energies of lack and unworthiness? So instead of that, instead of playing the victim, play the one that is liberating yourself, Don't play the victim. Play the one that is liberating. The one that is liberating yourself, Like, and play the game that you're freeing yourself, right? Not a victim of life. It's like, so, like, what are these things showing me? And a lot of the times it's in a way, it's just showing us what we need to feel, Like, we just need to allow ourselves to feel unworthy, and allow that to be there, because if we don't allow that to be there, we're just resisting it, like, right? But that doesn't mean that we have to identify with it. It just means that we have to allow it to be there. Let's say we feel unworthy, or not good enough. If we don't, like, and we feel that here, but we just keep pushing it down, it'll always be there, and it'll always come back up through certain avenues in our life until we face it. So it's about, like, allowing it to be there and just holding space for it, and allowing it to, it's like you're sublimating it, like you're allowing it to be there, but you're not overly identified with it. You're not overly, like, in the thoughts about it, because that's where it'll take us if we're not holding presence, and we're not, like, centering ourselves in our heart. It's like we'll have that feeling of unworthy, and automatically it reflects through the mind, right? Like, oh, like, and you'll just, like, say things about your life that just bring you down, like, oh, I'm not good enough for this, I won't do that because I don't feel like I'm good enough, or, So we've got to really pull ourselves out of those thoughts and see those thoughts for what they are, and those thoughts are just pulling us back into those cycles. So we've got to pull ourselves out and bring awareness to those thoughts, and then change those thoughts to more things of, like, okay, so what is this showing me? Why do I, like, and not playing victim, like, why am I feeling unworthy? Like, where is this coming from? It's coming from somewhere. It's come from something that I've learned. Like, you're not inherently unworthy. It's something that has been put into you, something that you've learned, right? So self-inquiry, and like, having awareness of what's going on within you, because if there's no self-awareness, like, you're just living out cycles of like fear and shame and unworthiness, and I don't know, for me, it's just not a life that I wanted to live at all. So, but that doesn't mean that we deny these parts of ourselves that feel, you know, hurt, or like, I know what it's like to feel so much fear and so much hurt and so much shame, but we've got to face it at the end of the day, and it requires us to ask questions. It requires us to self-inquire and ask questions about these things, like what do they need? Sometimes these dense feelings, they just need your love. They just need like that space, and tell it it's okay. Like tell yourself, like when you're feeling scared, you tell yourself it's okay. Like it's okay, and you hold space for it, Like it's so powerful when we can hold space and have awareness over those densities within us, because we give them that space, we give them that light to allow them to be there and not suppress them, and tell them that they shouldn't be here. It's like, okay, so what are you showing me? And then it's like you're treating your emotions like a hurt child. Like that's what it's about, you know? Like you've got to be kind to yourself, kind to your emotions, and kind to those parts of you that are hurt. Like you've got to work with them, and hold space for them. And sometimes it requires like a radical mindset of treating those hurt parts like a child, and nurturing them, and telling them like that you love them, and thanking them as well, that your negative emotions are there for you to break free of them, right? So we can thank them and say, thank you for revealing yourself. Thank you for serving me and showing me that I'm stuck and where I can break free from that. And breaking free is not suppressing. Breaking free is allowing those things to be there. And naturally, when you allow and you hold a space for them, they naturally sublimate. They're like, it's like you're releasing them, right? And it's something you learn over time, right? It's like, but it requires you to go within it and actually start asking questions about your emotional turmoil, and just your emotions in general, and even your thoughts, like just the whole process of your body. You're asking yourself, you're just going further within. If you're not doing that, and you're not going further within and like inquiring, you're just staying at the surface level. And that's cool. We all need to be in that stage, but I'm talking to the people that want to make a change in their life and not live out through conditioning and karmic cycles, and don't want to follow the mainstream. You want to live a life more like free, because that's what it's about. You're freeing yourself from density and darkness, like, and it can be a lot. It can be, it's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. Like, I know it can be so much, and it can be, man, like sometimes you can just feel like, am I even, like, should I be doing this? Should I, like, does everyone feel this? Like this, like when you really start to face that darkness, it's a lot. Like, and people around you may not see that, and may not see the work that you're doing behind closed doors. Like at night, I know for me at night, when you turn the lights off, and that like overwhelming darkness is there, and you know that you've either got to sit with it and like work with it, or you just distract yourself. But when you distract yourself, you know that you're just giving power to that darkness, and you're not freeing yourself, right? So it takes courage to sit in that pain, that darkness. And I respect anyone that resonates with this or is going through this. So I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Yeah, I'll leave it there. See you guys.